is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nelson Thomas. I'm a tech entrepreneur and marketing consultant. And in today's YouTube video, we're going to talk about the 6 things I learned as a Division I athlete. Now, before we jump into the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another one of my uploads. That would really appreciate for your boy as I'm trying to grow this thing up. You know, this is the second one I'm really coming out with. I'm trying to keep more and more videos coming for you guys. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it, that notification bell, and smash that like button as well so you don't miss another upload from the channel. Now, for context, as maybe some of you guys know out there, I played football for 4 years at the University of New Hampshire. And look, I mean, for all my college athletes that are in the process right now, or ones that have jumped out of the process, you know that is no joke, right? You know, being a Division I, being a college athlete in general, no matter what the level, Division I, 2, 3, doesn't matter. It takes an incredible amount of work ethic, it takes an incredible amount of discipline and determination, and you are learning life skills as you're going through. And it really didn't hit me until now I'm on the other side of the coin, done with playing sports, done with being an athlete, playing football, now working and building up my own company in ecoText, but then also working as a freelance marketing consultant as well, how you are able to utilize the skills that you learn through the sport to transcend themselves into your day-to-day life. So I'm excited to kind of share what I've learned, what shows up every single day for me, the tools and the skills that I learned while playing football at the University of New Hampshire, playing football at D1 level, and the tools and skills that you'll learn during your journeys as an athlete as well at the college level or whatever level and beyond. And to remind ourselves as well, we're always athletes. We're not just because you're not playing so much in the arena, the mindset, right? The determination, those attitudes and those ideas, right? The tenets you learn through your sport transcend themselves into real life. So we're always athletes. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. If you guys see me looking down at all during the videos, because I'm looking at my phone, because I actually put this on Twitter as a thread. So go follow me there as well at BigNell_21, dropping threads, you know, trying to help the people. So the first thing that shows up from my time being an athlete, that shows up every single day in my life, is the idea of we, not me. I'll say that again. The idea of we, not me. In order to do something great, in order to do something transcendent, in order to do something important and impactful, is going to take a collection of individuals rowing in the same direction, right? So ultimately, you need to find your tribe. You need to find your team, just like the one you had in the locker room, just like the one you had on the field or the arena or the court or whatever, right? You need to find a team and a group of individuals who can collectively buy into a mission to achieve something impactful, right? And ultimately, when you're on that team, when you're in that new job, when you're in that new space, it's about the unit. It's about the betterment of the entire ship, the entire team, the entire organization moving forward as one, not about your own individual accolades and such. And the greatest teams and ones that achieve impactful and important things are the ones and the individuals who understand that, right? So ultimately, when you go out into the world, and something that shows up for me every single day in my life is the idea of we, not me. It's not about me. It's about the actions that I do on a day-to-day basis. How does it impact those around me and those I care about? Second thing that shows up every single day in my working life now and in my life in general is the principles of you are only as strong as your weakest link, right? You're only as strong as your weakest link, right? If you have an individual on your team who's not achieving, not living up to the standard, not at the standard in which you have set for your organization, right? Just like you would do in the arena, just like you would do in the sports field, you would go pull that person along and demand of them and work with them, encourage them, right? Push them to come up and meet you at the standard, because you can't fall back. We can't fall back below and meet them where they are. We have to encourage and pull them to meet us where we are, right? So ultimately, right, and you see that with the greatest players too. LeBron James goes on every single team he's ever been a part of and pulls those individuals that he's on his team with along to meet him where he is. And that's why he wins so many championships. Same thing with the Tom Brady, right? Same thing with the Michael Jordan. Meet those people, demand of those people that they meet you where they are, and push them and pull them and show them and guide them, if you're the leader of the organization, that this is where you're supposed to be. This is the standard. And if you are the individual who is the weakest link, right, there's no shame in that, right? It takes time to figure things out. It takes time to understand where you need to be and where the standard is. But you need to work to the best of your abilities to push yourself to get there, right? And ask for help. Reach out for a hand. See somebody who's doing something that you want to do. understanding the individual who's looking, and you see somebody on your team or your organization who's achieving and excelling in this space, reach out to them, ask for their hand, ask for their help, because you want to meet them where they are, right? You don't want to ask anybody to fall back to where you are. You want to meet them where they are. That's the betterment of the group. That's the we, not me mentality, right? So ultimately, you are only as strong, the tide, the ship, the team, whatever context you want to put it in, is only as strong as the weakest link who is part of the organization. And it's critical and massively important that you, as a leader of the organization, are able to pull that individual along. And if you are unfortunately at the weakest link position, you are doing everything within your power to meet where the standard is. The third thing that shows up in my work in life every day that I learn from sports is the third thing that shows up in my work and life every day that I learn from sports is that the little things lead to big things. The little things lead to big things, right? The best have an incredible attention to detail. And everything in your life, you need to carry yourself with an incredible attention to detail. Because the little things, if you cannot do the little things right, if you cannot remember not to misspell somebody's name in the email, if you cannot remember to put the right company, organization, school in the subject line of your email if you're in sales, right, for example. If you cannot remember not to double check your copy when you're putting on your website if you're in marketing, right? Those little things, if you can't do those little things well, then you have no shot of achieving anything monumental. That kind of strong attention to detail will separate you and will be noticed because it adds so much to the quality of your work. But in life, you need to carry yourself with that strong attention to detail. Remember people's names, remember your anniversaries, remember any dates, remember the important relationships in your life. Those things are critical for you to be able to lead a successful journey for yourself. So the third thing, then this is really massively important, I feel, is that the little things lead to big things. So if you can't focus and achieve and excel consistently at the small things, then you have no shot of achieving anything monumental. Fourth thing that shows up every day in my working life that I learned from sports, and this one's simple but not easy, being on time, right? Be on time. What does being on time do? It shows that you have a level of respect for the people that you're working with and the people that you're engaging with, that you respect their time, right? Because ultimately, time is our most invaluable resource. You can't get time back. You can get money back. You can fix your life, right? You can massively mess up and still be able to recover down the line, especially at our age. People who are watching this in their 20s, early 20s like me, 25, and down, we're young as hell, right? Don't let anything else fool you. You're young as hell. You got a massive amount of runway and time to go, right? But time is our most invaluable resource. So respect other people's time and respect other people who are wanting to engage with you by showing up when you're supposed to show up, when you said you were going to be there, right? That is massively important. That's a small thing. It's simple, but it makes a world of difference, right? And the fifth thing that shows up in my work and life every day, right, that I learned from athletics, is that the standard is the standard, right? If you are a leader in your organization, if you are a leader in where you are within your team, organization, tribe, family, whatever the case may be, right, it's important that you are demonstrating what the standard is all the time, right? And if people are not at the standard, because it's not acceptable to fall below expectations. You can't fall back to where they are. Right? If people are not where they are supposed to be, it's on you to pull them along, encourage them, and bring them up to the standard at which they're supposed to perform at. Right? Bring them along, demand of them even, right? Through your guidance and leadership that this is where you're supposed to be. This is the level in which you're supposed to perform. And if you are down at operating right now below the standard, it's okay, right? But it's not acceptable. I'll say that again. It's okay, but it's not acceptable, right? It's on you to reach out. If you see somebody in your organization, within your team, whatever the case may be, and they're performing at a high level, reach out to them and ask for their assistance. What are they doing? What are things that you're doing? How can I get to where you are? Because you're not expecting them to fall back to where you are. No one falls below the expectations, right? It's on you to get to where they are. So reach out to that person, ask for their help, ask for their guidance, ask for their leadership, and say, hey, I don't fully understand what's going on here. I need your help to help me get to where I'm supposed to be, right? And do everything within the best of your abilities to reach what that standard is supposed to be. because that's going to make the entire organization better. It goes back to that third point. You're only as strong as your weakest link. If you're at that weakest link, it's nothing to be ashamed about, but it's not acceptable to stay there, right? It's nothing to be ashamed about, but it's not acceptable to stay there. So do everything within your power to get to where the standard is, to get to where the expectation is, and that starts with reaching out to people and the leaders of your organization who you see doing it well and doing it right, to help you along your way within your journey, right? And the final thing that shows up all the time in my working life that I learned from athletics is that you have to seize the moment. Just like Eminem in 8 Mile. You don't know if you'll get this moment back. This might be the only opportunity that you got. Right? So you have to grab on with it with 2 hands, seize it, and that goes back to being where your feet are, being present, being in the moment, right? Focusing solely on the objective and the task that is in front of you, not what's coming next, not what you're doing later that night, not what happened last week or yesterday or even a moment or 2 moments before where you are right now. It's about what is happening right now in this moment. That is the only thing that matters. You have to quiet the noise and seize the opportunity, because when you seize one opportunity, 2 and 3 and 4 come right after that, and they start to compound themselves. Right? Opportunities taken advantage of will compound themselves. And that is critical to understand when you need to seize that moment and seize that opportunity that's in front of you, because you don't know if you'll get that back, right? You need to quiet the noise, hone in and focus and be where your feet are and capture and take advantage of what's in front of you at that moment. So, those are the 6 things that show up in my working life every day that I learned as an athlete. Right? Again, if you're out there going through the process right now, understand that college athletics is not just about the wins and losses. And yes, we're here to win. Don't get it twisted, right? We're here to win. We're here to compete. We're here to compete well. And we're here to win championships to the best of our ability. But understand that what you're going through now is going to shape you for the life that is coming after sports. That you are more than just an athlete. You are more than just a number in a jersey. But the tools and the things that you're being equipped with right through the trials and tribulations that you go through practice and off season and competing in the games and in season, those things carry you through your entire life. You're always going to have that background. You're always going to be an athlete, right? And you're going to be steps ahead of your peers because you went through that experience, right? And I hope that if you didn't go through athletic experience, that these are some of the different tips and tricks that I learned, that others have learned, and hopefully they can be helpful to you and applied within your daily life as well, within your working life, to ultimately, live a good existence. Because I think that's what it's about, right? As human beings, we're trying to out here and connect with one another. I think that's part of our human experience, and I hope this reached out and connected with you and helps you on your individual path, if not just a little bit.
So what is up, guys? My camera did that thing again where, just decided to stop working even though the memory card is empty. So anyway, I'm here finishing up the last touch of this video. If you're still here, I love you. Make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also tap that notification bell so you don't miss another episode from your boy. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.